We're filming.
Cake Monday. I said, what Tuesday I said?
What's up, dude? How you doing? How you doing, man? Everything good? Same. Filming at YouTube. Yeah, I mean, the OSBA is the top prep league in Canada. Most of the talent is in Ontario, and most of the most talented teams are in Ontario also. The OSBA really gathers a lot of the best players from around the country. I would say it doesn't include every top team, but it does include most of them and most of the top players as well. As you see here, I think they do have the top two teams in the final. United Scholastic, that features a ton of high major talent, as well on the other side. Fort Erie, obviously, with Leonard Miller, who I think is an NBA prospect. So I think the OSBA is the pinnacle of high school basketball in Canada. In the past, the OSBA and the teams in the OSBA have been known to host most of the best talent in Canada, guys that have succeeded at the next levels, including Lou Dort, who succeeded at Orangeville, obviously now in the NBA, Iggy Brzdikis on at Orlando, Jamal Murray, Josh Primo, most recently the 12th overall pick that played at Lincoln Prep. I think the talent in this year's crop is incredible, not just the guys in the 2022 class, but a lot of the guys moving forwards. I mean, today you're seeing Efoso Oliogu and Vasean Allette on United Scholastic, a 2023 and 2025 grads respectively, who are, have unlimited potential and are going to be high major level players, plus the guys in 2022 who are really, really good. Obviously on United Scholastic, guys like Javier, Osei Okoji, Armani Mighty, who's going to Boston College. And on the other side, at Fort Erie, you have Leonard Miller, who's looking at a ton of options at the highest levels. Jaden Clayton, Isaac Jack, Jaden Webley, and also some really good young guys like Ishan Sharma, who was really good for the national team as their shooter in the 2024 class. I wouldn't be surprised if more than 3 guys from this weekend end up making the NBA. I'd say there are probably 3 locks in Leonard Miller, Efoso Oliogu, and Elijah Fisher. And then beyond that, there's always going to be surprises. There's tons of talent. Maybe a guy like Vasean Allette or Tierno Mamadou Sylla with his size, athleticism, switchability, ends up making it to the highest level if he goes to the right situation. So there's always going to be those surprises, but I think there's going to be probably at least 3 NBA players that come out of this weekend. Yeah, this game is a final opportunity for kids, not just to earn a high school championship, but also another opportunity for recruitment. It's their last tape and last impression that they can leave on college coaches. And unfortunately for a lot of them, it's been pretty quiet with recruitment, but because of the transfer portal, a lot of college coaches in the US are going to be losing their top guys. And as a result, they're going to have to find players late. And they're going to have to see that there's probably as much talent here as there is in the US that's left over. You can see from this weekend the uptick in popularity of basketball in Canada. And not just the fans that are here, it's been a packed house almost every game, but also the scouts that are coming, the media coverage. We've had international guys, NBA scouts, NCAA coaches, obviously U Sport coaches here locally. So the coverage overall of the Canadian market, and specifically the OSBA, is only getting better. Yeah, obviously, like I said, the OSBA Championships is the pinnacle of basketball here, and it's a great opportunity for me to bring my clients in and see the top players and validate what I've been saying to them, which helps build my brand and build my resume in terms of helping Canadian kids get opportunities, both at my clients here in the US and the NCAA, and potentially the NBA down the road. In scouting and in the basketball world in general, your word is everything. So I think my honesty and my evaluations have rung true for the most part, and I think this is a great opportunity for coaches and scouts who have talked to me throughout the year, who have had my service and who have seen my work, to validate what I've done and the level of the players, and for them to see up close that they really are as good as I say they are. I think a championship for any team here not only validates what they're doing, but really helps them with recruitment moving forward, helps build their brand, and helps the kids with recruitment as well in terms of showing that they're a winner, showing that they're capable of playing a role and succeeding at the highest level here, which can only project to the highest levels of college basketball next. So the OSBA championships are essentially the end of high school basketball in Canada, at least as far as I'm concerned, looking for guys at the highest levels, obviously. And then moving forward, AAU basketball starts pretty soon. Teams will start practicing, and coming April, in 1 month, there will be the start of the AAU season. But also, because of the uniqueness of the year with the transfer portal and teams losing guys, especially late after their seasons in the coming weeks, in fact, there's going to be a lot of opportunity, I think, for Canadian players to get recruited to the U.S., go to the schools that they want. I think every kid here dreams about playing D1, and there's going to be more and more opportunities, oddly enough, as we move forward and teams get more desperate for high-level talent. They're going to see there's guys here that are just as good as the guys in the U.S. It's going to be fun to look back on this weekend at all the prospects playing here and see how well they did, see which guys make it to the highest levels of the sport, and see which guys flew under the radar and ended up being much better than me or anyone really predicted. That's all for this episode of the Monday Morning Scouting Report. Signing off.